Hello everyone and welcome back to further coverage of Grand Prix Winnipeg for the MSEM format. I'm Caillou and today we're going to be watching the round 1 match between Froggy and InfinityChef. Froggy is playing Grixis Garth, which is a prowess-based deck which runs a bunch of hefty threats which essentially get turned on by playing a bunch of spells, and as a result a bunch of cantrips to find those threats, and then a bunch of burn and cheap removal. It is also notably the deck that won the last GP. I don't think it dropped a single set. So very powerful deck. And on the other side of the table, InfinityChef is playing Fox Tribal. So the origins of this are, for those of you who are not entrenched in MSEM lore, a while back, so we have a bot called Lackey Bot, which we use for a plethora of things, running events, bracketing, but also for card calls. And it also has a fuzzy search, so if you type in a string that is not an actual card name, it'll do its damnedest to find a card that matches it. And one day someone put the next card to be banned, and what we got? Fox of the Orange Orchard. 1 white for a vanilla 3/1. And from there, the meme has steadily grew and grew until it is now a reality, and it is, I think, it went 2-2 in a GP, and it also got 4-1 in a league. So, in kind of a crazy twist, it seems to have some legs. But regardless, it looks like we're now starting off Froggy on the play. Turn 1 Mystery of the Crash Craft. Yep. And then can Magmatic Torrent for a black source next turn to have either Rift Splicing or Nightmares Unseen online. Actually, sorry, Nightmares Unseen not online. I forgot what the base cost of that is. Ignore me. But it doesn't have a sorcery yet to turn on the sorcery mode of Mystery of the Crashed Craft. But Rift Splicing definitely going to come in useful here to kill some of these early aggressive threats. And InfinityChef with kind of a deadly curve here. Worried Vulpine turn 1 into turn 2 Fox of the Orange Orchard into turn 3 Third Legion General, which is the essentially the Lord of the Tribe, and one of the cards that makes this less than a meme. Or sorry, more than a meme. Whichever way you decide to interpret it. And a double Rift Splicing for Froggy is actually quite good here, because can run out 1 early without having to worry about running it out on the quote-unquote wrong threat. Say Worried Vulpine is going to attack, grows up to a 1-2, and then main 2, here comes the next card to be banned in MSEM. Feared across the globe, or at least across the Discord server. On end, Froggy going to fetch up a Murmuring Falls and then Rift Splicing the Worried Vulpine. I think the problem for Froggy here is they only have Pain lands now, so versus the aggro deck that could be problematic, but oh my god, top decking the Scorch as well, and this is actually the perfect top deck. This is for you just run out the Scorch on the Fox of the Orange Orchard, flip Mystery of the Crashed Craft, Epsilon swinging in for 3 itself, and then a total of 4 with our Alien Goblin friend, and then has Rift Splicing up to be able to kill Third Legion General. And actually kind of a deadly thing is, okay, I was going to say, if it looks like Chef is going to run out Rakiri Dissident, which is another one of the very strong foxes. This is actually played in regular burn. So, okay, he's going to attack in with the Rakiri. Rift Splicing is going to come out just to kill it right here. I was going to say that if Chef played Thundermane Fox and it got Rift Splicing, could eat 6 out of nowhere by Epsilon getting Double Strike due to Rift Splicing Aetherizing it. So basically, a Disfigure with upside, and it's proved to be quite strong in its own right. Okay, swings for another 5 with Epsilon plus his little lackeys. Has Portal Fracture up to counter either Thundermane Fox, either Thundermane Fox or Third Legion General. Can't counter the Fox of the Orange Orchard, and then Scorch to essentially shoot face and then win next turn if... Yeah, the only way... Event Horizon is quite good here. And to play around Portal Fracture, Chef is going to play the fetch. And Event Horizon on Epsilon. Froggy does not have a counter to this, so just has to let Epsilon get exiled. Ooh, but Froggy is going to Portal Fracture here. Actually, this is incredibly smart. Okay, this is really smart. Okay, the reason for this is um, this gives Froggy a third alien, and either Chef taps out, doesn't have a blocker or any interaction, or doesn't tap out and you get to keep Epsilon and you swing for 5 plus Scorch. Now here Froggy, and because of that extra Goblin, has exactly 6 damage on board to be able to kill Chef. And this is all off 2 lands. 2 lands and I think a Multi 6, Multi 5. Which shows you how, like, and again, Mystery the Crashcraft, definitely the core of the deck, but it shows you, it just goes to show, like, how strong of an engine the deck is once it gets going. Also, of course, it is playing against Fox Tribal, but I think that, I mean, it put up a respectable aggro start, something that I think a decent number of aggro decks in the format would mimic to some degree. So, I think that it's not, in that situation, it wasn't like, oh, it's Fox Tribal, whatever. It was just that the Froggy's deck drew into a bunch of its removal as well as an engine piece at kind of the critical moments of the game and just managed to overwhelm Chef. And both players lamenting forgetting about their first mates. For those of you who don't know, first mates are essentially companions, but instead of having them outside the game available at all times, you can swap them into your hand after mulliganing, completing mulliganing. So they don't generate you card advantage, but they do generate consistency. Okay, and getting into game 2, Chef just going to scorch out Froggy's face, saying, hey, I can do that to you too. And then turn 2, Red Tail Fencer will help mitigate a lot of Froggy's burn itself. Froggy does have Rogar's Frenzy to be able to kill it right as it comes down, or just Shaldren's Rage to tag a bunch of threats on its own. Okay, Chef gonna swing in with Red Tail Fencer after Froggy just plays a Shock Fetch and passes, probably hoping to tag something with Portal Fracture or just Rogar's Frenzy the Red Tail on end. Looks like Chef might be running out Adam. In this game, both players remember to swap in their respective first mates. So yeah, it looks like he's gonna try and run out Adam. And I think if you're Froggy, it's an easy free counter. Okay, and Froggy now has perfect mana, and it looks like he's going to be running out Garth of the Chimera. Probably hoping to block Stymie Red Tail Fencer. Thing is, if Froggy blocks it here, and Chef will be able to Scorch main 2. Also, Chef is getting really flooded here. This does not bode well for them in the long game. Froggy just taking the 2, though. Okay, Froggy just plays a land and passes, but on end, Chef fetches up a Rousing Rubble, turning their land into an additional threat. I'm surprised Froggy didn't... I guess Froggy's now gonna Rogar's Frenzy the Rousing Rubble and then kill Red Tail Fencer is my guess. And I was just attacking with the Rubble. Okay, in that case, I think this is just gonna get Rogar's Frenzied. And yep, Rogar's Frenzy gonna come down. 3 points of toughness is always that boltable threshold. And just like that, Chef is back to having a single killable threat, and hey, what's that? It's a kill. But it looks like, oh, okay, it is going to immediately scorch the Red Tail Fencer. I was thinking that Froggy could maybe play, actually, I think Froggy should have played Mystery of the Crashcraft and then played the Flooded Depths untapped to fetch up a red source to play Scorch that turn, and then you could hold up Portal Fracture to immediately flip over Mystery. So yeah. Okay, and we're back around to Froggy's turn. This time running out of Mystery of the Crashcraft and the Scorch, and going to be able to attack in with Garth, has Portal Fracture plus Shaldren's. If Chef has a single spell, it's going to get Portal Fracture just for value and flip an Epsilon, most likely. And yeah, after Chef draws what feels like their third or fourth land in a row, yeah, I think, again, it's weird, because I think this is a case where any aggro deck would have suffered the same fate that Chef did here. It's not just a Fox's dot deck. It's just you get really flooded and your opponent has all the removal. And that's just sometimes how it goes. But yeah, good games to both players, and excited to see how both these decks do further on. Will Grixis Garth make top 8 and maybe even take another GP? Or will Fox's, despite its somewhat amusing nature, actually manage to rally and make a comeback to make top 8 this GP? Who knows? But until next time, This is Caillou signing off.